Hey friends, Sean Malone here.
Ferrin Cole, Crisis Response International.
Yeah, hey guys. So we've been on the ground since Thursday night in the Los Angeles area. Currently we're standing in the Altadena area. We've been doing assessments back and forth across the city, making friends, building connections. I mean, Ferrin, what are some of the things you've seen?
Sure, we went down to the Palisades fire first to see how we can assist. We met with neighbors trying to get back in their neighborhood. The tensions were really high. The police ended up having to come in and shut down that blockade and move people further away from it.
Yeah.
We came back to the Altadena, Pasadena area because churches here kept reaching out to us saying, we need to talk.
The local churches in the community, can you imagine the responsibility you feel, the workload, and specifically when over 50 of your members have lost homes, maybe even more in this particular case. And so we're connecting with them. We're actually going to go feed them dinner tomorrow night, these particular homeowners who have either lost their home, and there's another 50 more who don't know the status of their home. That's one thing that we're going to do immediately. So we have cry-trained responders who know how to do ash outs, they know the process, they know how to do it safely, but then also provide the spiritual and emotional care because of their trauma training to walk with that family through that situation. And so that's one immediate need that we're going to begin to meet. We're going to serve meals to these families. Then we're going to start to set up a process of how we can go out into the community. Obviously, the neighborhoods still need to be opened up.
Some of the PPE that we are going to need here includes shovels. We've got a church called Shekinah up in Lancaster, California, that is going to be making us box screens for these ash outs. But we're going to need shovels. We're going to need about 1,000 Tyvek suits. One of the laws here in California is that you cannot contaminate ashes from one site to the next because of the toxic things that you could be spreading.
So it all has to get thrown out and you have to start over on the next house with all new protective gear.
Yep, that means about 500 pairs of goggles. That means about 1,000 pairs of nitrile gloves. Think like kitchen dishwashing gloves. Sean, if I want to be involved in giving and connecting and providing PPE, what is it that I do?
Yeah, absolutely. If you feel like you have resources that you'd want to give, whether that's protective gear or it might be anything from snacks to diapers or anything along those lines, you got to remember people can't get back into their home and their communities, and so there's this whole area on the fire line in the edge of the evacuation zone where we can be doing distribution of resources, and that's going to be we're partnering with a church that's beginning to do that as well. But if you think you have resources that might be helpful, you can email donations at cryout.com. That's CRIOUT.com. And then the most expedient thing to do is cash donations. That gives us the ability, if we need to run down to Lowe's and pick stuff up, or if we need to order things in, like namely tomorrow, we're going to do meals for about 120 people from Chick-fil-A. You know, that's something that you can sew into quite easily. So guys, still an unfolding situation. We're doing absolutely everything that we can. We thank the patience of our responders. We know that you guys want to get out here. We're almost ready to pull the trigger on that and have you guys begin to come. We're going to do that in an organized fashion. And then as the workload increases, we'll be able to have more volunteers come. But we so appreciate everybody's prayers and support.
Thank you, guys.
God bless.